Welcome on the Deadwoodjedi. This is going to be another video on King Arthur Legends Rise. And last time I talked to you guys, said there are two main issues, two main hurdles that you hit really early on. One is getting a champion to 6-star. The other is finishing that final level of the campaign. So today, because I'm actually about to 6-star another champion, and before I do that, I wanted to show you kind of the results of all my efforts from the previous video. So we're going to go into that main story. We're going to hit up that last stage and we're going to see if we can't beat it. Now, I'm going to preface this with a couple things. First off, yes, I did re-gear my champions several times because that's what you do. Two, they're definitely stronger than when I first attempted this, but I have, as you can see, already beaten this stage. I've already unlocked hard mode of the campaign, and that's perfectly where I want to be. So you only have to get this right once. I'm going to show you the method I go through, what I try to do to make it happen. It is not easy, and I do feel there are multiple ways to go about doing this if you need to do so. But let's go ahead and kind of jump in, give you an idea of what I'm using. I'm using my same lineup I was using before, right? I have Sarah here as my healer. She's just outstanding. Honestly, just such a great healer, basically because all of her skills heal, right? And that's such a massive boost for you. In addition to that, I've got Kay, who is my 6-star champion. Definitely gotten stronger. Her gear is considerably better than what I had it before. Everybody basically has a +9 and 3 or 4-star gear. And I think that's kind of the minimum of what you need, really, for everything. We also have Tristan. Tristan is really good because, of course, the decreased attack speed. That's just going to get you more attacks than the enemy. He also hits really hard, which is very helpful. And then, of course, I also have Morgan. And Morgan, I didn't really know a lot about before, but I have to say she's got a lot of great abilities, including on her A3. Basically, she does like a lot of, she does a recovery disruption thing, and also like a damage taken increase. Which is kind of like a decreased defense type of thing. But basically, they take more damage with that debuff. So she applies 2 really strong debuffs on that A3. Her A1 is asleep. That's not really going to help us at all. The A2 is an AoE. Also not really going to help us all that much. It's that A3 that's going to be most valuable with her. But, I should also point out, I've also upgraded several of their relics. And I don't know if I'll get to this in another video, but relic upgrade is almost as significant as champion upgrade. So yeah, this is pretty big. They're definitely a lot stronger than when I first did this. But I did do this pretty much right after that other video. So it's definitely doable even at lower levels, even with weaker gear. Just kind of keep that in mind. But I don't think any of that really pertains to the method at which we do this, because even now, this is not a guaranteed win. And I definitely need to be able to manual my way through this. Now, big thing. First thing this boss does is kills everybody, right? Except for one champion. And so now you got that one champion. For me, I got really unlucky, and it's going to be Sarah. Now you see those little dots up there? Those dots, when I break them, I'm going to regurgitate one of my champions. He's eating them all, right? So the first thing I need to do is do that. Now I think I can actually be successful because my Sarah is so strong right now, even though she's just a healer. I should have at least a potential of her being able to do this by herself. Typically, what I would do is just reset. There's no need to do this because this is all RNG. In fact, let's go ahead and forfeit that one. We'll try this one more time. Just retry it, because the champion that doesn't get eaten is totally random. Here you go. Yeah, and this time it's Tristan that survives. Great. Well, Tristan hits hard. I'm very happy with that. So we're going to go ahead and have him do his thing. Boom, boom. Look at that. Already knocks one of them down. It's gonna, I think it takes an automatic turn here, but in a minute, we'll regurgitate one of our other heroes. Let's go ahead and put some buffs on him while we're waiting for that other hero to pop out. Boom, boom. Gets himself some increased speed. That's great. That gives him more attacks, right? So mixing in the attacks we're doing is good. We did get, looks like we got K out. That's great. Nothing wrong with that. Let's go ahead and try and reapply that decreased attack speed. We did that. I love Tristan. He gets extra bonus attacks sometimes. So that big spew spur thing is really heavy damage. You can see K already dropped down quite a bit damage wise, and that can be pretty problematic. So one of the things we want to do is try and get our healer back as quick as we can. Hopefully we don't lose anybody, but if you do, I think it's still doable. Now you notice the little minions here. I'm not worried about them because the boss is actually going to eat them. Now I'm sure that's not good for me. I'm sure if I look really deep into the mechanics, that's probably a really bad thing, but I'm not going to trip on it too much because we should be able to survive. All right, we got Morgan back. We got another hero. Excellent. And you notice all those minions disappeared. That's great too. So, okay. She got feared, wasn't able to use her skills. Not really a great thing, I'll be honest. Let's go here, do some more damage. Hopefully we can free. Our healer's the last one left. This is problematic because we need her to be alive in order to heal ourselves. Because as you can see, we are very, very low on health. And that's going to be really important. I really hope I can win on this version because, I'd like to be victorious on this. I like to show you guys successful attempt here. All right, so good. We got her back. That's excellent. Of course, the boss is about to go, getting more of that decreased speed on the attack and searing breath. Everybody survived. That's pretty massive, to be honest with you. I'm a little shocked that happened, but I'm very, very happy that it did. We'll go ahead and do some of our attacks here. I want to make sure, this is really important, I want to make sure we have enough health so we can get a big, or enough vigor, we can get a big heal in a moment here, which is this right here. Boom. Now, is it going to be enough for us to survive it? Whatever comes next, I'm doubting it, but we're going to be hopeful. We're going to be hopeful about it. I do have Drain on a lot of my champions, which helps a lot as far as surviving. And that's great. We were able to survive that hit. Hopefully we can get another heal in there. Because the big hits are coming, right? And it's just about preparing for us as much as we can, getting as much heal going as we can. Let's get some damage. That's going to be good. That's going to help us deal more damage there. Let's keep going. Come on. Do some work. We're going to take out its first form. It looks like, boom. Yeah, that was the easy part, amazingly enough. I had such a hard time getting through even that. Now we're at the hard part where the boss takes on its next form. And now we do need to take out some of these other abilities, these eyes, right? It would be great to take those out. But this guy's just going to hit like a freaking truck and it kind of sucks. But we're going to do our best there to try and kind of limit it, take him down. And thankfully, we're much stronger. We do have some AoE attacks now, and now's not a bad time to go ahead and use them if we wanted to. We can start doing that, mixing it up a little bit. Good, take some damage. All right. But at this point, we're actually in much better shape. The damage isn't nearly as frightening, and we're able to get our healing enough. As long as we have all of our champions, we should be able to survive, right? We get a little bit of healing, I think, from the form change as well, which is really helpful. Okay, now we can break out the AoE. Nice. Start taking down some of these eyes. AoE. Boom. Hopefully we can take one of these eyes out here. And take away that freeze. Nope. Okay, not going to do that. That's less than helpful. Boom, boom. Ugh. Okay, survive. Finish him off, please. Boom. Okay, one eye's down. That's massive, guys. That's so massive. And see, at this point, it's a wrap. It's a wrap at this point, right? I can actually click it on auto and just let them go ahead and use their skills. I don't even know if I have any skill priorities done, but because we're going to be able to get our healing consistently, because we're actually going to be able to do some solid damage, my guys are hitting very hard now at this point. If it's your first time through this, you might want to manual it. Just make sure you're having all the skills happening at the right time so you have enough vigor to heal. But we should be in pretty good shape, I think, here. Now we can start taking out, oh God, the jaws came out. I forgot, he went out down to half health. Now the jaws come out, less fun. At this point, I can't remember exactly what happens here. You need to, oh yeah, he gives himself a shield. We broke that. So now we just need to hurt this guy, I guess, as best we can. While his shield's down. Boom. Add that damage. Yeah, perfect. So when I first did this, it was hard because the first few hits just weren't doing anything. This is where K can be really helpful. Help knock down those shields. It's like, I find that to be very, very valuable. Maybe we can take away that fear. I don't know if we can. Probably not. Looks like not. Got feared. Not great. Oh, okay, let's go. Come on. So yeah, at this point, actually, I don't even know if we need to bother with the different jaws because of the way that this boss works. We can pretty much just solo or at least focus on the main body. And that should be good enough for us. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna click auto again. I'm gonna click auto. I'm gonna trust the process. I'm trusting the process that it's going to work. And look, we did it. We finished her. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm very happy with that. And that's how you do it, right? Real simple and easy, right? Well, I mean, let's be real. I have upgraded my relics, and that gives you huge bumps to attack, defense, HP, makes this a lot easier to fight. But like I said, I did do this right away without having upgraded any of my relics, without having really even, taken my champions and gotten the gear as well as I've gotten it. So there's definitely ways to go about doing this. And it's hard, but you definitely need the 6-star hero. You need that good luck RNG in the beginning to make sure the one that doesn't get eaten is a damage dealing champion, so you can free the rest of your champions. And it's also really, really important that your healer is quality and can do it. I'm pretty sure you can do this with 2 healers too, which I think is an alternate kind of way to do this. You notice we don't spend a lot of time attacking the bonus body parts. We didn't spend a lot of time outside of the eyes initially. We didn't spend any time on the jaws. We didn't spend any time on the little wormies. We just focused on the boss, which means 2 damage dealers can do enough work with 2 additional healers there, just making sure everybody's full health enough so that when the boss does do his big attacks, you can survive it and then heal up again. And that's going to be really, really crucial. And so I think that's the best approach for you guys, right? Whether you're using 1 healer or 2, you definitely want somebody in there to keep your team topped off. That's going to be really, really important. And just surviving in that beginning part. A lot of that is RNG, and sometimes you're just going to have to reset until you get it right. But for me, it was a challenge to do, but once we did it, it was like, okay, great. Now I'm on the hard mode of the story, and we're already up, and let's see, on hard mode, we're already up to chapter 3. I'm about to get another 6-star champion, so I can start pushing past that. And that's going to be, I think, the grind from here on out. Is every time I get stuck, I need a 6-star somebody else, and then grind it a little bit, and then go to the next stage. We're going to be getting better gear. We're going to be getting better artifacts. We're going to be upgrading our relics, which is super, super important, and definitely something that is, I like I said, it's pretty much as valuable as upgrading your champion. I'm going to show you really quickly here, just kind of like a little bonus thing. But look, right, she's level 30 out of 40, right? So I've already upgraded hers quite a bit here. Let's look at somebody else that is on the edge. Perfect. Let's look at Morgan, okay? And if we look at Morgan's relic, right? If we want to advance her from 2-star to 3-star, which, I mean, eventually we're going to want to get them all to 6-star, right? Look at the bonus we get for attack, defense, and HP. It is significant. It's like a 10% bump or 12% bump. That's a huge addition to our champions, and that is only going to grow, not to mention the levels we add in between. That also adds a lot to that. So definitely what you're going to want to do is try and bump those up as much as possible. So for me, my focus has gone from ranking my heroes once I was able to unlock so much stuff. That's the other part too. Once you break through that final stage in the campaign, you can take you can start upgrading your city, your area. I've got a bunch of these things upgraded. I need to upgrade some more stuff. And that just opens up more possibilities for you. Like the forge, I have higher level things. I can actually go to the relic forge to upgrade my relic. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that becomes available. The market's expanded considerably now. So getting through that campaign is really, really vital, at least on the normal mode. The same thing's going to be said once I get to hard, but I'm not there yet. But yeah, so hopefully this is helpful as far as like getting through that campaign, getting through that initial, real hurdle. It's just something you got to do. You got to grind, get that 6-star champion, got to grind and beat that final boss. And then things are going to open up for you. You're going to be able to do a whole lot more fun stuff. But you really got to start, you got to kind of push past those moments there. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget, if you have not yet, download King Arthur Legends Rise. Link is in the pinned comment and description down below. And I appreciate you all for watching and sticking with us. It's been a very fun game. I'm very happy with it. Much more so than I was expecting, to be honest. But it's got a lot of, interesting things. The vigor mechanic is really fun. So if you are into gacha games, definitely recommend giving it a try. So that's all we got for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Till next we meet, the Deadwood Jedi.